call the meeting to order, please? We'll start with the pledge of allegiance. Stand if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we'll call, move it back home.
Just a little bit.
This one?
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. No, it's in the camera. How's that?
You're good. You're good. Thank you.
We want all these smiling faces on camera. All right, next is call to order roll call, starting on my right.
Councilperson Josh Arndt. Councilperson Brett Meyer.
Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah.
Next, we're looking for approval of tonight's agenda. Anything else from staff? Anything from here? Not, look for a motion to approve.
Make the motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approval of council meeting minutes of the regular meeting of June 13th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of June 13th? Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. That'll take us to finance and budget. You have the accounts payable in front of you and the additional listing. If there's any questions, please direct them to Finance Director Carl.
Make the motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. That'll take us into motions of general business. All right, first item under motions of general business will be a public hearing. Taking a second from the computer. Public hearing, property cleanup. The city has received numerous complaints over the years regarding the condition of property at 201 3rd Street Southwest. Staff has been very diligent in working with the property owner since 2015. In 2017, we hired a company to clean up the property, which at that time included 10 yards of clothes and miscellaneous junk, 8 yards of construction waste, and 4 yards of metal. Recently, we have heard from some of the neighbors regarding rats, raccoons, and other vermin. Attorney Leth has notified the property owner of a public hearing which we'll hold tonight to determine whether or not the foregoing constitutes violation of city ordinances. Staff is recommending that the dilapidated shed barn be torn down or removed to help with controlling the storage of garbage and other waste. I will now close the regular meeting and open the public hearing to determine the condition of the property and to direct the abatement pursuant to City Ordinance 610.07. Close the regular meeting and open the public hearing. Now at this time, at the public hearing, any written or oral comments?
No.
Does anyone have anyone in the audience have anything they want to say? Joe?
Sure.
Would you step up to the podium, state your name and address, please?
Joe Wallace. It's 205 3rd Street Southwest. And this has been going on. I know Cheryl said, well, it's a lengthy process. Well, it's been 8 years since I lived there. I spent $3,000 putting up a fence while you can look at the crap. And it's nothing that's been changed. And today, of course, the hearing. So we picked up 8 bags of garbage and the maggots. And I don't know what you guys know about maggots and flies and dead animals. But last night I was outside and it stunk so bad, I had to shut my garage doors. The flies are so bad, I can't be in my backyard. The flies are 12 days. And I put fly strips up every 24 hours. And I quit counting on a fly strip, that's kind of sick, that I gotta count flies on a strip. But I quit counting at 150. And over 15 days or 12 days, That's 1,800 of them. They lay 500 eggs a day in a life cycle. That's 900,000 flies. And 200,000 of them are in my backyard and in my garage. This morning I went out there, 4:15, and my motion lights turned on. And the raccoons are tipping Ann Jansen's garbage can over. Well, I got them out there, so at least I didn't string it out all over the place. I have more crap. And I've got pictures that I sent to Cheryl of raccoons on top of the garbage piles fighting. Raccoons coming out of the side of the building. Rats, there's a possum living underneath there. Her dog sits there and barks for 6 hours at a time at it. And it's not the dog's fault. It's just doing what it does. But it's getting pretty old. And 8 years is a long time to be putting up with this. And I'm about at wit's end with it. So, I mean, we need to have the Channel 10 News or Channel 6 News. I mean, they got nothing to talk about anyway. This make a great story for them. We need to bring it to public attention, or what are we gonna do? I'm sick of it. It's horrible. I mean, we got rabid coons running across the yard, we got little kids playing. We got possums, we got woodchucks. We got red squirrels everywhere. And you know what they do in 15 minutes? Well, I certainly don't want any of them in my garage. We got junk, we got dead trees. The weeds are this tall. The only time the grass gets mowed is when you guys get after it. I've just had enough. It's disgusting. My property value right now, if I want to sell my house, is unsellable. They would come out and they'd look at that, and the stink coming out of that barn, they'd gag. And they'd say, screw this. My property taxes are the same as the next guy's down the street. It ain't like we're paying half price or anything else, it's full price. And my property is worth nothing. I could not sell my house right now with that stink in the yard. Or the flies. And having someone looking at it, and having a fly swatter in each hand. It's disgusting. So, I guess that's all I got.
Thank you, Joe. That's why we're having a public hearing today. Thank you. Anyone else? Veronica, you have anything you want to say?
I
Step up to the
actually,
podium and please give your name and address. Just for the record.
I'm in the process of a divorce. So my attorney said that she was gonna contact your attorney. And as far as the bags, I think that I've already, and I'm working on the yard. And I'm gonna cover the hole that's in the barn. There's no stench coming from the barn. I was just there today. I saw him spraying Roundup. There are a couple of raccoons that have been running around, and obviously, you know, like the garbage bags that I had out there, they did open them up and stuff like that. So that has been taken care of. In the shed, I have pretty much like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I have like furniture and like just junk, but there's no food or anything like that right now. So pretty much, yeah, my attorney said to let you guys know that, and the attorneys will be talking from now on.
Has your attorney seen these pictures with the
Yes.
raccoons coming in and out of the barn?
Mhm.
So, I mean, they're more than just hanging around, they're living in there.
Oh, no. No, they're not living there.
Veronica, when they poke their heads out of their house to see what's up, that means they're
There's a
living.
hole in the shed, yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I got rid of the garbage.
How does that keep happening?
The garbage that had never been there, I had a
They
system.
cleaned up in 2017 though, that was on the council.
No, that was inside the shed, huh?
But you still keep accumulating all this, so when they cleaned it out, how did it happen again?
I haven't brought anything in the shed, actually, I took stuff out.
I just don't I see that you have garbage dumpsters, so I assume you have like trash service? I don't understand, I do not, can't fathom it, I can't figure it out, and I lived in one of the crappiest party houses in college in Duluth that you can imagine without trash service, and we
Yeah.
still clean up our trash. I can't imagine being the guy living out, like, I can totally understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
You hopefully can relate to that, I mean,
Yes.
you know, and quite frankly, I'm guessing it just got out of control, and you probably don't like it any more than they do.
No.
But it's beyond a problem.
Yes.
When there's animals living there, and the mayor's right, they don't, that's where they're hanging out, I mean, you know, obviously they're
Yeah.
living there.
There's
You're
no-
not feeding them, but they go grab all the garbage they can get and eat it, and
There's no garbage to be.
they're all around the neighborhoods, anywhere, they dig in everybody's I mean, that's the
No,
thing.
I'm saying at least the bags that were out there are gone, so
Right, but they have been there, is what I mean, it doesn't matter, if you
Yes.
if you could've cleaned it all up today, I don't know that changes what's going on today.
How did you get rid of all the bags on the site? There was quite a lot, I've been through there a couple times looking.
my mom came and took them. She helped me and I put some on the curb, so with the garbage.
Why couldn't we, or you and your mom or whoever during the citywide cleanup, you could have got rid of all this stuff for nothing.
No, my sister was not at the house then.
Your sister was what?
She was not at the house then.
I don't understand, Veronica, what's your?
Oh, I had a family member living with me
Well,
and.
yeah, but she could have helped with the garbage hauling it
But she
out.
didn't. I mean, I know at the end of the day, this is all on me. She didn't know, so that's all I can say about that.
Because I mean, if you can take care of it
We took
today,
a lot of stuff out.
we offer that free service every year. You
I used it.
don't use it enough, Veronica, I've been through that alley several times, checking on this.
I used it both days. I did get a lot of stuff out.
You got.
But obviously I didn't.
You got a lot more to get out.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest with you, if you've got coon and possum and woodchucks in that shed's not good to be standing there. It's gotta be getting pretty dilapidated, pretty dangerous to even have in the neighborhood. Because I know what varmints do to buildings. And I gotta be real honest with you, if you got rats in there, we got a real problem.
I haven't seen.
Joe,
rats
you've
in
seen
there.
rats come across the yard, that is terrible, that is a real problem. Raccoons, they come and go, Joe knows that, but rats,
I've seen the.
you think
things that I've
you
seen
think
in
flies
there.
multiply, Veronica, rats multiply faster than flies do.
I know, I haven't seen rats. If he has, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's lying. I've seen the raccoons and I've seen cats go in there.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not, what do we do if Melanie isn't here and she's wants her lawyer to talk to our lawyer? I guess I'm not really sure legally.
I think what we do is follow our process. So tonight,
Okay.
we put her on notice, and we declared a nuisance. And tomorrow morning, our city attorney's gonna send you another letter letting you know that July 11th is there will be another public hearing.
Okay.
And at that time, then the city council will make a determination to make a summary judgment to the Worcester County District Court for the abatement of these and to order it taken down.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, if her attorney can convince our attorney, but I think it's gonna go all the way to district court.
It's for the neighbors that are listening and for the neighbors that are here, for you, Veronica, it is a process. This is the beginning of the process. Each step from here on out puts us one step closer to helping clean up this area. So, do you have anything else you have to say for yourself or what you want us to know?
I mean, like I said, I did get rid of those bags and I am cleaning up. I mean, I am gonna try my best to do what I can do right now.
Well, I'm not doubting you on that part. The problem I have is somewhat like what Craig was asking. It just continues to come back. The problem doesn't go away, and each time it gets a little worse.
Yeah,
I think the
that's
last
right.
time, I don't think we had the rats and the raccoons. Now all of a sudden, here we are again, and we've got lots of varmints running around. We're talking some, I hate to tell you, we're talking some nasty stuff here. I mean, if you got rats running around, we got a problem. That's why we're starting this process.
I mean, she said there's no smell. I invite all you guys over there and take a little whiff one time.
They can go right now and there is no smell. There was maybe with the bags,
Yeah,
I
we don't,
understand
we're not
that.
gonna argue about it right here, we're gonna make a decision here in
More
a
than
minute.
welcome to come over.
Yeah, well, no problem, I can come over later on, Joe. Problem is, I smell some pretty stinky stuff all day, so I don't really appreciate the way people like you do in town and stuff. But anyhow, if you have nothing else to say, Josh, you got anything to add to this?
No, I think if we go ahead with this, like, there's still an opportunity for her to clean it up on her own, right? Before it would get to the.
Well, I'm gonna try and clean it up
Yeah.
regardless, you know, like until I have
Not if we
time.
follow through with this nuisance process, which. Jeremiah?
I don't really have anything to add.
All right, then, did you have anything you wanted to add on her behalf?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right then, Veronica, you can take a seat again if you'd like.
Can I leave?
Well, in just a second, we're gonna close the hearing.
Oh, okay.
We gotta do a couple motions here, and then you.
I got it, okay.
We just want you to be present to see how we finish this. Close the public hearing, we're back to the regular meeting. So the action that we're gonna request to happen tonight will be to determine that the property is in violation of city ordinances and constitutes a public nuisance in violation of the city code, and to order the abatement thereof pursuant to city ordinance section 610.07, or the removal of the shed barn. All right? Questions, discussion?
Yeah, I actually do have a
All right.
question. It's obviously a no-brainer. They gotta go in and clean everything up, remove animals, exterminators, all of that. My question is, clearly, if the structure has been deteriorated to the point that I'm assuming it is, I have no qualms with it coming down. Just curious if they get everything out of there and cleaned up, and I also know that odds are 3 or 4 years from now, I'll be right back if it doesn't get removed. That's embarrassing. But, if it's structurally sound, I mean, I would not be against leaving it still, I don't know enough about it, so.
Can I say something?
Yep.
Actually, she got me some information that I could get a loan, to fix things in the house. She just told me this today, so I'm gonna look into that as well.
That's the way you do it.
Yes,
So my take is, I wanna move forward, I'm gonna make the motion right now, as is, but I realize that starts the ball in motion, and the attorneys can talk and try to figure out what they can figure out, more power to them, I hope we can come up with something. But at this point, I don't see another avenue on the city side, so I'm gonna make that motion to at least start the process.
Do we have a second?
Second. Second.
We have a second. Do you have anything at the table to add?
We just concur with the recommendation. Chances were given, most cases around town, you give those first chances, you go through that process, they abide by it, they stay with it. But as Craig pointed out, unfortunately, Veronica, we've gone through this several times. So we're at the point too where we're gonna have to go ahead probably with this removal of the building. It's the only way it looks like it can be corrected. But we'll let, like Craig said, the determination be made, but we're standing by our recommendation in the RC.
All right. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion at the table? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. Okay, Veronica, you can leave.
thank you.
I'll swing by later, Joe.
Yeah, but you come after the meeting.
All right, next on motions of general business, be the Meadow Park Skate Park. We have concept and bid approval. And Stewartville Skate Park Group has raised over $20,000 from various fundraising projects the last 2 years. Senator Greaves has applied for a grant on behalf of the volunteers, and they have been awarded a large grant to go towards the completion of phase 1. With this grant, they're hoping to have phase 1 of the project completed this fall. Public Works Director Hale is able to obtain bids for phase 1, which includes a 60 by 100 concrete pad for skating equipment. We have 3 bids: Myers Earthworks at $40,500, Legends Concrete at $52,020, Thorn Masonry at $63,000. So the recommendation is to approve the low bidder from Myers Earthworks. Council action requested at this time is to approve the bid from Myers Earthworks as presented. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Before or after? After. We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Questions, discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Now we have some very exciting news from the skate group park, Crystal. Or whoever else wants to get up, the boys, everybody, whoever can. The mic is yours.
Alright. Turn around so they can see. My name is Audrey Culligan. I live here in Stewartville. This is Crystal Campbell, my son Garrett Culligan, and Parker Campbell. And as Jimmy John had said, the boys and the other kids have raised a little over, I actually think it's over 21,000 now. But as of today, we are, boys, it doesn't matter. They have officially been awarded a Lowell's Hometown Grant of $92,000.
Whoa.
So they will officially get their phase 1 done. There's a gentleman that works at Lowe's that his son also is part of it. So Callan Maislick's son, Dad Jesse, works at Lowe's, and he nominated us back in February. In March, Crystal, myself, found out and then had to help Carla and Sandra, as well as Sean too, had to help do quite a bit of homework for the grant. But their story is heartwarming enough that over 2,000 nominations were presented. In March, we were the top 200, and then a month ago, we found out, but we had to keep it hush-hush until it was announced by Lowe's that they did get the grant. So they are not done, they will still do some fundraising, but we appreciate the support of the city and Carla and Sean for all the hard work that has happened and to come. As well as look forward to working with Kyle Myers Earthworks for the concrete to get that started. So, and the boys, the kids were all just told about the grant tonight. We met at the skate park a little while ago.
Well, that's fantastic.
We did provide some photos of what's currently there for you guys, and then also we just laminated these so you guys could kind of see
So
what.
is that,
This is current.
the ramps, is that gonna be part of phase 1 then too?
Yes, yes, I think that in the,
It shows like where phase 2 will be, so everything on the phase 1 side will
Will
be,
be covered?
it's all covered within that grant.
It's a 60 by 100 foot.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
we've got some fundraising things that are coming up this summer yet that'll pull in money that will be beyond what this grant, when we applied for it, it covers everything we needed for phase 1. But we've got more money that'll be coming in, so we've already started planning for like a phase 2 of this project. And that will be, down the road with that, but for now, this grant covers everything that we had originally planned to do for the skate park. And we are on kind of a tight timeline, so this will be completed by this fall.
It has to be done by like November 15th for the grant itself. So I believe Sean said that they might start digging that up tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, we're waiting for council approval on it.
Then they're gonna tear out the old tomorrow. and
We're gonna
start
tear the old
new.
blacktop, haul it out, we'll reshape with the gravel that's in there. There's 7 inches of base that's in there now, so we can reuse that. And that was given to the cement contractors to know, so that we'll get the base all provided, they just finish grade and then pour the concrete.
What are the dotted purple arrows, just to show the flow of the park on that one?
Yeah, just kind of shows like the different directions you could travel with that. We do partner with, they gave us a partner of the Lowe's store in Rochester. So like their store manager works with us and they put together like a Lowe's
Red Vest Day.
like Red Vest Day where they come down and they help us like plant trees or stuff like that. So it'll be a big kind of publicity event too that will come.
So this is gonna be called Lowe's Skate Park apparently?
No, still Stewartville skate park.
No, they just generously just give the gift and, they just hold it. They just kept saying that we should always have blue buckets there and not orange buckets, so. Yeah, it's been a cool adventure so far, so I'm looking forward to the summer. It's gonna be a lot of work, but, we've
It's
got
just
a lot
fun and
of-
exciting for these
Yeah.
guys to see, like 2 years ago, they came in and talked to you guys and said, hey, can we get a skate park? And now they're gonna get it. They raised the 21,000 and then with a little bit of extra help, I mean, they're getting it, so it's fun. And
I
we're
would
glad-
add that our dog park also had a big donation from Lowe's when we did the dog park.
Awesome, cool. So yeah,
So
Nice work.
like the ramps and stuff, are they like available to get like soon or not? Are they already on order or?
We
Is that
are
all
still
like big
figuring
process?
out the logistics of that. We're working with a skate park designer right now, along with like an architect and stuff, and we're trying to figure out like what we have budgeted. We've looked into a lot of places where, they would just, like, we could order stuff in. Surprisingly, there isn't a lot out there where you can just, go on Amazon and order this stuff. Like, it's probably going to have to be built, but it's definitely doable. There's people in the area or close by that do this, so.
So the artist renderings show wooden structures,
For now, they do, yeah.
right?
And these
I
are
mean,
just concepts.
So that's what I expected. I was just curious if, is this something that we'd be looking at having to store stuff in the winter, like to move it out, or would it just stay there all winter eventually?
Most of that stuff stays out, like if we go past Eola, theirs stays out all winter.
That's what I kind of think, but
Well, boys,
I used to be a boarder long ago. 37 or 38 years ago. And I
I can't
boarded
wait to see you
for,
try
I did
it
it for, oh my God. I would be so,
he lives right behind there, Brent lives right behind the park, so make sure he hasn't got his lawnmower where they're driving around trying to.
One thing to take into consideration is we do get Eagle Scouts that look for projects, and putting up sheds, like the shelters there for shade, are something that we can possibly get as they ask for that. If we're interested, I can direct them towards that.
That would be cool.
So, and then they're responsible for funding their whole project, so it wouldn't be any cost out of the skate park funds.
Cool.
So you guys, your enthusiasm still flying as high as it was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Huh?
who's the better boarder?
who's the better boarder? Neither one of them, they don't skateboard.
Yeah.
You'd be the better boarder.
Is your-
You guys don't even skate and you're doing all this?
Scooters.
Are they scooters?
It's all scooters.
and bikes?
Scooters and bikes. It's evolved a lot. I mean, it's scooters, it's bikes, there's e-bikes out there, there's like, yeah, it's not
That's
just.
more my style.
skateboards.
E-bike?
Get out there. I'm more of a BMX.
All right. Well,
Cool, thanks guys.
Thanks for all the work you're putting in.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. So we're losing our audience.
I can't remember if we already voted on this or not.
Did we vote on it? We voted on it?
We did.
Cheryl?
Yes, you have that.
Oh, okay, all right. Remember that.
All right, that takes us out of the mayor staff consultant reports. Tonight's mayor's report. City of Stewartville would like to send their sympathies to the families of Dwayne Bartel, Mike Motto, Larry Ravenhorst, Dave Mullenbach, Marlis Bartz, Connie Rudiger, and Sister Neil Logan. Don't forget about the Friday fun night. That's every Friday is the car show out there at the Legion, and up Two Brothers out there. Go take that in if you haven't been there yet. Bear Cave Conscience Series is still going. We got one coming right up again tomorrow night. It's been a blast so far. Perfect weather, big crowds. 4th of July is right on top of us. Gonna be here, we're ready for the celebration, join our community in celebrating our Independence Day. We always do have a great turnout for that, we're looking for good weather for that. There's a lot of fun to be had, but there's also needs a lot of volunteers to help with all the work. Takes a lot of manpower to get it done, but it doesn't take a lot of your time. If you got an hour or two to volunteer, it sure help everybody out. And it was 100 years in the making, but House Chevrolet has been here 100 years, and the Grand Marshals this year will be bobbing that house. So if you see them, congratulate them. I saw them during the night. They've been to all the concerts. I've seen them out there every night. Having a good time, so. Good for them. Everybody, I hope you have a happy and safe 4th. Be safe. It's Have a driver if you need one, try not to scare all the neighbors' dogs with fireworks. And, note from the mayor, no personal note, last night we had a little problem in our family, and I'd like to thank our fire department and the Palm State County Sheriff's deputies for the awesome and quick response and the work they did for the little emergency we had. They were there right Johnny on the spot, and they all did a fantastic job, and everything turned out perfect. So thank both of them for that. That's all I've got. I'll take a city administrator's report.
Reports in your packet, fairly short, and we're working with the chambers, so hopefully a good Summerfest is ahead. So we'll look forward to that with all our citizenry. That should do it.
Bill and I had a good time at the CETA annual event, and Carl was there also. It was a good turnout. It was a good event again today.
Yeah.
Sandra and Joy were both there. They were part of it.
So the parade on the 4th is at 6:30, correct?
Yep.
What time does the road start, when does it get shut down that you can't go through at 63?
About 6:15, 6:20,
Okay.
and then it'll be for 2 hours till the last floor gets cleared over on 3rd.
What is our detour?
That's about 2 hours, so like,
What is our detour this year?
4th Street.
pretty much the same except on turning on 6th down by Griswold's and Tri-County, you can come up to 4th, the truck route, go up to the elevator, then to 5th by block up from St. Bernard's and then back out.
We will use Fifth Avenue, the north phase is gravel, so they'll drive on that gravel portion to Highway 30.
Okay, great. All right, any other questions for the administrator? If not, thank you, Bill. Finance Director Carla?
We've been working a lot, obviously, with the grant stuff going on. I was up at the League of Minnesota Cities, meeting last week. A lot of really good information up in there. And Josh was up there with me as well. Also, on the 15th, we did hear from, the GFOA, and the 2021 award came through, so we have that. And then because we had to wait to hear the final on that, and then so we have now, I have all the information ready to go for the 2022 award, to get that submitted. Just waiting for one piece from the auditors so I can get that submitted tomorrow for that one.
Any questions for Finance Director? If not, thank you. That'll take us to Public Works Director, Sean.
Reports in there, stop signs speed limit signs will be going up on 10th Street tomorrow. The state has told us that they will put their portable unit out there to help notify people in the beginning to get them used to the adjusted speeds. So the locate was put in yesterday, so they should be located and everything by tomorrow so we can get them up. Other than that, same business as usual.
All right, any questions for Sean? You guys have got stuff looking good for the way the weather is. I mean, everything still looks nice.
One thing that update on the amphitheater bathrooms, I have not heard back. The last I checked, which was a little over a week ago, we have not received our permit yet to start. I'm hoping to start, we're not gonna start anything before the 4th now anyway. We can get through the 4th, but I'm hoping to start immediately after the 4th. So hopefully, they said it would be up to 6 weeks. It's been all of that now. So.
Not the permit for the building, the permit for the.
Plumbing permit.
Plumbing from the state.
A1's got all the underground done all the way through.
Yep.
They're gonna start cementing the other half this weekend or what?
They took off for the week because they had to finish a project someplace else. They said, called yesterday and said they may be back by the end of this week.
Oh, cool.
They were gonna come back after the 4th, but that's going faster than they thought, so they might be, it's not.
So, yeah, south of the 4th, they'll start building the roads.
Any other questions for Sean? All right, thank you, Sean. Keep up, tell the boys they're doing great. City engineers report, Jenna, what do you got for us?
I guess on CIP South, they're down to Bryn Court with sanitary, so they're making their way. Probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. They're gonna be done with the underground also. So no rain has really messed with our yards, but it's made a great construction season, to be honest.
When would we be looking at blacktop?
For which one?
Well,
Either.
the north end.
The north?
If they're done with the underground, the cement gets done, say, next week, how long?
The cement won't get done next week, we still have to build the road, so they have to take out the common X, we have to do the test
Okay.
rolls, do the sand, they have subdrain to put in, which is part of the road, not the underground, even though it's underground, but. And then rock, so we're still a couple weeks out for concrete, but,
And then they have to let that concrete cure for a week also after the.
but it,
I mean, we're way ahead on that
we're
too.
way ahead, I mean, weather stays the way, even if we get rain days, they'll be paving early August, is what it looks like. So we'll be well open for school.
Good. Anything else for us, Jenna?
I do not have the feasibility report for the 24 project for you guys tonight. We will be doing that at the next meeting. I did not get our soil void information until Friday afternoon, so I wasn't able to make it into the packet and get everything done for you. So, but we'll be looking at that 24 project at our next meeting.
The wastewater plant, the roof is off of the second ditch, so it's going, obviously they learned the first one, the tricks to the trade. It's going even a lot faster, even though they were way ahead of schedule. So they've got the roof all off already and they're moving along, so.
It has been a good construction season.
Yeah.
Can't say that for anyone else.
Until the sun comes.
Until the sun, yeah.
All right, is that all you got for us tonight then?
That is all I have.
Any questions for Jenna from here? All right, thank you. Library Director Nate, you got anything for us?
Above and beyond what's in my report, we had our air-conditioned egg hunt last week. We had 78 people show up for it. We do this again, we're gonna need a lot more eggs. We had 350, which I thought was plenty, and we got wiped out in about, I don't know, like 20 minutes. So, super successful program. It's one of the hardest things in library land is to do fun programming for preschoolers, and this is one of them. And I just really like it. It looks like Black Friday when we open the doors, like pint-sized Black Friday. It's just, you know, a bunch of 3-foot tall people just pour through our front door, and it's just, it's a cool event, and I hope we get to do it again next year. Also, if anyone who can hear my voice, if you have a little builder in your life, I will urge you to reserve a crane kit and a pneumatic lift kit during construction week. Those kits are awesome. Like, those might be the 2 coolest kits we've ever done.
Cooler than a catapult?
The catapult is fine, you know, like I like the trebuchet, but like the pneumatic lift kit is like, it's unreal. Like it has syringes in it, like surgical tubing.
Yeah, we've heard enough. Sounds real safe.
Yeah.
So see now you're notary public?
What's that?
You're now notary public over there?
Yeah. Yeah, let me know, I got a stamp.
I suppose you'll be performing marriages next and everything else.
Yeah, like in my librarian bingo card.
Once we have this community.
I've had a bartender's license, I am now a notary. I mean, we're really knocking them off.
Aren't you right? Great. Looks like the jelly pops are a big hit too, huh?
Yep, great crowd for that show.
All right, good to hear. Any other questions for Nate? All right, thank you, Nate. No fire chief report tonight, pool director's not here, but by looking at the picture in the Stewartville Star, he's staying busy enough, he probably ain't got time to write a report yet. Man, that was a lineup of kids. That'll take us to committee, commission, board reports. Chamber of Commerce, you've got the Summerfest schedule in your packet there, if you wanna peruse that, so you know what everything's going on. EDHRA, we had a meeting, last week, the 2 brothers, we had a young man, he hasn't signed it yet, but he'd like to make a purchase on some of the property we have left out there, so that'll be coming right up. Finance? We got anything going on, Carl? Alright. Library?
Minutes are in there, and I think we're meeting with architects tomorrow.
Alright. Park board?
The minutes are in there.
Any highlight you wanna hit on or anything? Alright. Personnel? Nothing. Planning and zoning?
Nothing.
Public safety? We had the notice on the outdoor warning siren.
Just to refresh citizenry and all of you on how the sequence works and then the different signals, so.
Public works?
Nothing.
Ready?
Nothing this time.
Roll call?
We do meet tomorrow, first time in a couple months now, so.
Transit Advisory Committee?
They did meet last Thursday, so we're waiting those minutes to get done, and then Dan will probably be here to give an update.
Excellent. Nothing under communications, then we have open mic. The city council welcomes and encourages participation from community members. Please keep in mind that your comments must be pertinent to city business and must adhere to the data privacy rules, so no employee's name may be used. Please do not expect any action from the council this evening regarding your concerns. We also request that your comments be limited to 4 minutes. Speakers will be recognized once. At this time, we ask anyone who would like to address the city council to please step up to the podium, state your name and address. I think we have some folks here who want to use it. For the last motion of the evening.
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,